Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Just Telling My Truth. You feel me? Now, before we start, you know what I'm saying, to get to my rant, before we start, I need you to hit like and subscribe to my channel. You feel me? Now, the story of the day is accountability. Okay? I want to say this because a lot of us do not understand accountability. A lot of us, when we go through stuff in our life, we will blame everybody else except us. When your relationship go bad, you will blame everybody else except yourself. If anything go wrong with your marriage, you will blame everybody else except yourself. If anything go wrong with your children acting up and doing nonsense, you will blame everybody else except yourself. Because we just have this stigma in us that we cannot take accountability, some of us. And then some will just say, I got to swallow that and just do what I got to do to make it better. I take my hats off to you that do that. You feel me? But what I really want to say, and I'm getting to the nitty gritty right now. The other night, I watched a live, right, on Instagram. And I follow a few people on Instagram. So I like to watch their live, to see how they do things and stuff like that. Because I'm just learning, I only been in this, doing my little thing for a couple months now. So I'm trying to learn. So I watch other people and see how they react to stuff. And I watched this young lady tell this man, curse him out on the live. Like she was nasty to him on the live. And I said, wow, all because he just asked this one question. What can you do to make the community better? What can you do to make the community better? Since you blaming all the men, what can you do to make our community better? With the situation of, fathers and, what they say, deadbeat dads and, deadbeat moms or whatever like that, right? But we don't call moms deadbeat, but there are some that are deadbeat. You gotta, this is the real thing, baby. Okay, this is real life. We have some that don't take care of their children. Now, she was really nasty to this guy, and he just asked her a question. Now, mind you, I am not one of those ones who have a master and a doctorate and all these things. I do not have that. All I got is streetwise, baby. That's it. That's all I got is streetwise. You feel me? And I have been through some stuff, so I can talk about it. You understand? And I know the outcome after all this is done. So I wanted her to say, this is what I wanted her to say, but she said something else. But this is what I wanted her to say. We got to learn how to make better choices when it comes to our men. See, some women think that we do not choose our men. Like they just come out of the woodwork to us. We get a baby with them and then they disappear. No, you chose him. Every woman that meets a man, okay, on the first day that she meets him, she knows if she's going to let him swim in her honey pot. She knows that, okay? But this young lady sat up there act like she didn't know that we choose our men. She just said all these nonsense men coming to me and telling me lies and this and that. Yes, baby, they telling you lies because you see the red flags, but you're not paying attention to them. Now, mind you, I'm not here to bash nobody because I have seen red flags in my day and didn't pay attention. It took me until I kept hitting that wall. and crying and in pain and hurting that I said, no, this is enough. You understand? You got to learn how to say this is enough. When you see those red flags, baby, stop. Grab yourself. Stop. Say, no, wait a minute. This is not right. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's a little tricky. Because when you think you got the right one, it be wrong. That's why you got to be patient. Be patient. And that's the thing that we lack in our community. We will go out and rush and get somebody just because we lonely. We'll rush and get somebody, and then they be your worstest nightmare. And then sometimes we'll go for the same guy that everybody want, that always on the corner, the coolest guy, the street guy. We all want him because he's so fine and his body is so tight and this and that, right? But remember, my dear, everybody else is looking at him too. So if he getting everybody throwing a honey pot at him, right? If all of them is throwing a honey pot at him, of course he's going to go to every honey. Yes, he's going to dip in every honey. Okay? You got to go for the one that look at you and that he only want to taste one honey pot. Yes. There are men out there that only just want to be with one woman. That is content with raising a family and wanting to have a legacy. There are men out there that want that. But we have these ideologies, about what a man's supposed to be, instead of looking at what he is. Okay? Y'all got all these stars up here telling y'all, chase the man that got the money. Chase the man with the money bag. All this stuff. Y'all got all of them telling y'all, oh, you don't need no man. You could do everything by yourself. Mind you, listen to me. You can do everything by yourself. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can't, because I have done it. But why do you have to do it? Why? Why do you have to go and do everything by yourself? You didn't make those babies by yourself. You didn't. So it's not fair that you have to do everything by yourself. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you find the one that just want to be in your honey pot, you won't raise those children alone. He will cater to you while you're pregnant. He will be there for you. He will be there when delivery day come. You ain't got to call nobody on the phone crying and this and that he ain't come to the hospital. He will be there already. There will be no issues. Do you understand? But the one thing that I ask of you is to not cheat on him. Do all you can to treat him right if he's treating you right. Because that means he's your blessing. That's your godsend. So when you get somebody like that, you got to treat them well. Because you have to be wise. God may not send you another one. Do you understand? He may not send you another one. And then you be old and alone. Do you understand? Y'all got to stop thinking that, oh, this man is this man is that, he's this, he did this to me. Baby, you picked him. Yes. And let me tell you something. I used to talk just like the way you think right now. I used to be just like that. Oh, he this, he that. No. I picked him. So I brought all that nonsense on myself. You got to learn to change your habits when it comes to men. You got to learn to think outside the box when it comes to men. We so worried about how they body look, how, what type of money they got. And they be the worstest thing walking. You don't even know what their heart is like. You don't know what their mindset is like. People sometimes that have a whole bunch of money, they'll have you do some nonsense just for some change. You hear me? And all the time you thinking this person love you. And then they come with some nonsense to tell you that they'll give you this if you do this. Do you understand? Sometimes people will make you do things that you know you don't want to do. But because you so in love, you think you in love, that you go ahead and do it. And then you say to yourself, why did I do that nonsense? Why? Why did I mess myself up for that? Listen to me. When I was young, I had many boyfriends pressure me into doing nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I had many people who that claim to love me try to push me into nonsense. But it's because of the trouble I seen in my mama and the stuff, all the bad things that happened to her when I was young. I was like, no, I ain't gonna let no man do me like that. Nah, I ain't gonna let no man force me into no drugs. I ain't gonna let no man beat on me. I ain't gonna let no man do none of that to me. That's why I was so hard. I was not playing no games. You hear me? But it took until I met the right man that was able to say, no, that's not how it's gonna be. You understand? It take you to get the right one. Now, I'm not trying to tell you, oh, he gonna come out of the woodworks and all this other stuff. I'm not trying to even tell you all that. But I'm trying to tell you that you gotta look. You gotta look. And when you see those red flags, baby, stop. Stop. Because that means you're gonna run into another one that gave you nonsense before. Do you hear me? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is that check every man that you have been with, right? Check how they are. Look at it. Just, in your mind, just think, okay? And if all of them seem the same, baby, that means there's something wrong with you. Yes. And I had to do that to myself. I was like, wow, all of them hood. All of them hood. Every one of them was hood. All of them. Okay? And then I had some good ones, but I messed it up because I was still in that hood mentality thinking that was good. Now, mind you, I ain't got nothing really bad to say about where I grew up at because it made me the woman I am today. I don't take no nonsense and I don't give no nonsense. Okay? So that comes from how I grew up. But I've been through a lot of bad stuff. Do you understand? That I look on my life now in my old age and I say, wow. I just was talking to my husband this morning before he left for work. I said, I don't know how I made it. But it was nothing but God, though. I'm going to tell you that straight up. It was nothing but God that I made it. Okay? But I'm telling you, you got to change your attitude. You got to change the way you behave. Because let me tell you something. You gonna run a good one away. You gonna run a good man away. And I'm gonna tell you something. I have ran some away. I have ran some away. I am sitting up here ready to tell you I have ran some away. Yes, I have hurt some that was right for me and didn't treat them right. Okay? Because I still had that mentality of, oh, I wanted that one on the corner. Okay? And God seen fit to send me somebody else when I got wiser, okay, in my late 20s. But Lord knows I wish I would have learned this when I was in my early 20s. Listen. Please listen to me. I don't know how many times I can tell y'all sisters this. Stop blaming everybody for everything. Do you hear me? These men you choose them, okay? You choose them. You choose the one who every time you turn around, he asking you for money. You choose the one that every time you turn around, he want to use your car. You choose the one that every time you turn around, he got to bring a family member over to your house to spend a night for a couple of weeks, turn into months, okay? You choose the one who want to beat on you and talk nonsense to you. Yes, you choose him. Okay? I'm sorry, but somebody got to tell you the truth. Somebody got to tell you the truth because we running around here talking nonsense to each other. Oh, I'm chasing a man who got the bag, and baby, he got a bag and something else waiting for you, some nonsense. Okay? All these stars y'all following talking about, oh, I'm chasing a bag, this and that. Baby, and I always say this to y'all, all they men make less than them. All they men. All these stars sitting up here telling you don't need no man, this and that. But they trying to look for a piece of a man. Not even a whole man. They trying to look for a piece of a man. But y'all sitting up here dogging these men out. Now, let me tell you something. I will never sit up here and say all men are good. I cannot say that. I'm going to say, and I can't say all women are good either. I'm just going to say that person just wasn't right for you. Yes. When things don't work out, that person just wasn't right for you. Because sometimes they go off and marry somebody else and they do well with them. Sometimes you will go off. Sometimes women go off and marry somebody else and it's good for them. Okay? You gotta know how how you say, you gotta know the type of soup you like. Let's say it like that. You gotta know, the type of soup you like. Okay? Now, we sitting up here, we bash our men. We talk down to them like we they mother. Now, now I'm talking about a wife. You want to be in that wife role, right? You want to be the wife. But if you can't talk to the boyfriend with respect, if you can't do the things that a wife do. Now, this is for a good man. I'm not talking about that one that's on the corner that's doing hood nonsense and all this. I'm talking about the one that got a 9 to 5 and he doing all he can to take care of you. The one that you and him work together to maintain. The one that has so many plans for y'all future. This is the one I'm talking about. Because sometimes we will mess up and miss this one. And this one will go off and marry somebody else and you'll hear all good things about him. And wish, saying shoulda, woulda, coulda. Well, everybody, this is the end of my rant for today. Please, everybody, take it easy. And if you like my message, please like and subscribe to my page. But I want to say one more thing. We need each other. We have to stop bashing each other. We need each other. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Take it easy, y'all.